All right, y'all, welcome back to another episode of Don't Hate the Player, Learn the Game, man. We got a very beautiful guest with us today, man. You know what I'm saying? What's your name, man? Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Hey, my name is Whit. I own 3 storefronts on the same block, and they call me the Grant Queen.
Okay, why do they call you that?
Because I funded all 3 of my storefronts with business grants that didn't have to get repaid. So now I help business owners obtain business grants as well, too.
Okay, I like that. So you just be, you know, on some Oprah shit. Just you get a grant, you get a grant.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, I fuck with that. Okay. So where are you from?
I'm from Chicago.
Chicago?
Yes.
Okay, for sure. You dating anybody right now?
Yes.
Yeah?
Oh, you started with the heat.
Well, you know, this is what happens on the podcast, man. You know what I'm saying? The people want to know all this intimate ass stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the shit, the most, how do I say, authentic shit is what actually inspires
Absolutely.
people. You know, when people try to act too perfect on camera, you don't get the real answers, the real questions. You know what I'm saying? You don't get the real game for people to actually, you know what I'm saying? Like if they can't relate to you, then it's like, what the fuck is the point of like even doing a podcast? You know what I'm saying? So I'm hopping straight into it. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get it.
So, my question, I got a first question to you, okay? A man approaches you, okay, on the street. He says, listen, baby, I think you're very beautiful, okay? You know what I'm saying? I would like to take you out, but I want to go and get some coffee. What's your response?
We go get coffee. I like coffee.
Okay, so you not oh, that's not enough for me. We need to do a 5-star dinner.
No, them be the main ones who don't have nothing. No, we could go get coffee.
See that? See
I
that?
be saying,
I say it
man.
all the time. Women who are entrepreneurs respect resources because you know what it takes to get it.
And I respect effort and times. And I feel like the men who I deal with, like, their time is everything.
Right.
So you spending that, and we go get coffee, talk.
And don't you think that that is the most practical situation? Because what if you don't know this nigga? You don't know what the fuck you don't know what he's about. You don't
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like you want to spend a whole dinner date with this nigga like when you don't even know what you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's
Like a vibe check.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So people trying to jump to the you know what I'm saying the super lavish 5-star restaurants and all that shit, but it's just like what I've been in situations where I've made that mistake before where I'm like, you know, I'm trying to impress the woman and we go out on a date and I find out 5 minutes into the date that I don't like this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then now I'm stuck. And then on top of it, I got to pay for this dinner for a girl that I'm not ever going to see again. And she's not going to bring no value to my life. So, you know, I just think, you know, a lot of people in today's time, they think that's such a controversial take, but I mean, whatever really happened to, I mean, back before like the internet and all that shit, like when our parents were still dating, nigga, that's how people met.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how people got to know each other. You know what I'm saying? It was very simple shit. You know what I'm saying? We go to the skating rink, we go get some ice cream, we go get some coffee, we go sit down, just get to know each other. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like now, you know, social media has made everyone think, has brainwashed everyone into thinking that they should have the lavish this, the lavish that straight out the gate. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, like that's just false.
Absolutely.
You know? So I think it's important too, because I feel like a lot of time when we get up on here and it's just us 2 men talking about these male and female dynamics, they think that we hate women just because we're spitting the truth.
Is that what you got listening to our conversation?
I don't think you guys hate women. I think you guys have some interesting, you know. Y'all have some interesting things. I don't know. Y'all want to be transparent. I'm going to be transparent.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was on your page, right? And I was just scrolling. I'm like, let me see. And you like, I like my cars how I like my women more than one.
Yeah.
That's my biggest stickler because I asked a man before and I said, is it true that a man sexual appetite is too much for one woman, I'm sorry, be honest. And he was like, yes, genuinely, yes. So by me being a high value woman and wanting exclusivity, like I run into that a lot when guys want the multiple women's and it's like, no, I'm just not anybody. You can't be out here embarrassing me like that.
Yeah.
And then, let me put the cherry on top. They be going for the bottom of the bottom of the bottom. It's just like, you can't like me and like her.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Why not? Why not?
It's just calibers. It's levels.
But a man having sexual relations with a woman, it's not necessarily he's dealing with her because of all the great things that you have. Maybe he just wanted his sexual appetite that day.
The exclusivity. You say you want exclusivity, right?
Yes.
I think women, right, especially because you don't want no broke ass nigga, and rightfully so. Okay, but unfortunately, or fortunate if you can get your mind on the right. You know what I'm saying? when you're dealing with a man like that, right? I think that women think that exclusivity coming from a man means he's just sexually like his whole entity is just dedicated to you. Exclusivity is he's protecting you. He's providing for you. He's giving you his game. He's giving you his time.
He's coming home to you.
He's coming home to you. You know what I'm saying? He's the one taking you on trips. He's the one introducing you to very powerful people, elevating you mentally, spiritually, physically, financially. If he's the right man, he not doing that for all these low bottom of the barrel bitches. Maybe he just wanted some pussy that day. But that's all that bitch got. That so just off of that alone, she could never be in your position. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of times women they allow themselves to think that just because a man wants to get, you know what I'm saying, he wants to have some variety and try something different. As far as sex goes, they think that means that they're on the same level, but that's just not true.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, this is a grown-up podcast.
Yeah.
I got the. So you said, so I'm just reiterating that maybe he just wants some pussy that day.
Yeah.
What if I just want some dick that day?
Do you?
No.
Okay, so what are we talking about?
I don't, but it messes up my mind that like I don't even be craving anybody else. I don't even want nobody else, but like men are wired.
But
like
men
that.
and women are different.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. It's like, and women always ask that. Well, what if I just want some dick today? Do you? No, you don't. You know what I'm saying? So, but somehow we might want some pussy. Why is that? It's because our biological wiring is just different. Society has made us believe it's something different. That's just not true. Okay. Now, I do believe I'm a huge advocate in a man having sexual discipline, though. Not I don't believe, me personally, I'm not just finna be knocking down every bitch that just because she got a fat ass. No, you got to be coming with something. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm dealing with a woman right now. She knows can't no bitch just get up. She knows a bitch. I'm not gonna be up in every bitch face. She knows a bitch can't just get up in my space when she's not doing nothing. She knows that, but I think it's because she understands the love. She's seen the level of respect I have for myself. She sees when I wake up early. She sees I hit the gym every single day. She sees how hard I work. She sees how focused I am. You know what I'm saying? She sees how I even when I'm with other women, how I interact. Oh, no, I don't like that. You can get your weird. You said something. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how fine she is. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when a woman sees that, she can have more trust in you that you're not just going to be out here knocking down everything that walks. You know what I'm saying? I think that is what a lot of women are afraid of. And rightfully so, because a lot of men don't have that sexual discipline. Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I feel like it's when you run into a man who, like, if you can see that he has respect for himself, I feel like, if you can, and he's shown you that he's that every single day, not through his words, through his actions, then I feel like you should know that these bitches could never be you. They could never take your place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had
what do you think about that?
I had a personal development coach, right? And it's like when I first came into my success, like I just really wanted to come into my womanhood etiquette. So I was asking her about dating, and I'm like, guys, they like multiple women, woo woo, but they claim you're the one, blah blah blah. And she was a high value woman. She was older. She was like, I'm gonna tell you the most honest, the truth God answer right now. She said that you have to find a man who's willing to work hard for you and willing to respect you, and all men cheat. And for me,
she said all men cheat, and she's highly successful.
Yes. What I was saying, I cannot wrap my head around. You're everything to me, I'm everything to you, but you may dibble and dabble sometimes. That's a lot. And from experience, I'm gonna be completely honest. I was in a relationship 16 years with my baby father. My baby father, he was like kind of antisocial. He definitely got money. He didn't drink weed, alcohol. I mean, he didn't drink, he didn't smoke, he didn't do anything. He just wasn't a cheater.
Yeah.
Like, it just was, well, he did it in like high school, but we was in high school. But, so I knew firsthand, like, no, I know a grown man who don't cheat.
Did you think? Didn't cheat?
You think?
No, believe me, if y'all see him, you be like, nah, he ain't cheat.
So why you not with him right now?
We grew our separate ways, our different ways, because he didn't listen to me. Like, I was really, really smart, and he thought, like, the way he was getting money was the way, but he wasn't getting it the right way. So I'm like, okay, we're older now. You can't keep on taking these risks. And I used to try to tell him and teach him stuff. I had my storefronts. I didn't have all of what I have right now. And I asked him, I'm like, why, when we was together, why you didn't listen to me? Or, I used to, why you never took my advice? He was like, because you didn't have anything. And I'm like, I had all these I had the mindset, I was working. But he don't see now that I'm in the position I'm in. I worked blood, sweat, and tears like 5 years, but you didn't see that.
Yeah.
So we just grew apart because I think I just outgrew. The maturity wasn't there.
Right. So I saw you when I walked in. You was talking about you date up now.
Yeah.
So would you say that if you was, let's just say hypothetically, you was to go and get back with him, would you say that's a downgrade?
Yes.
Okay. So if you dealing with a man who's on a lower level, then of course he's not going to cheat. Of course he's not going to want other women. But if you're dealing with a man who's, you know what I'm saying, on a higher level, if you're dating up, what comes with that is a lot of options and a lot of, you know what I'm saying, like he's having life his way. So I feel like that's the paradox that a lot of women can't get past is they want that higher level man, but they're not willing to deal with, okay, he might want to fuck something else every now and then. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think look, hear me out though, right? I don't think it's cheating if you're honest from the get-go. I feel like it's only cheating if you tell this woman if you tell this woman I'm exclusive to you and then later on you out here knocking other bitches down. And like, it's the deceit that I think is what's
Even
the cheating.
If you're truthful, tell my heart that. Tell my emotions that. Like, us women, y'all don't understand, like, how our minds just be rambling, emotions be having us sliding down the wall. Like, it just doesn't feel good, honestly. And it as confident as I am in myself, can't nobody stand next to me. It's just like, it makes you feel like, not really insecure, but it make you question yourself like, dang, her, you know, and when they be nothing, I just be like, really?
Yeah.
But it's just different mindsets.
What's your response to that, Goldie?
Man, she doesn't understand a man's mindset. A man could go sleep with a woman and not think nothing about that woman and still love you and feel all the ways about you. Women can't necessarily do that. So you looking at it through your lens. If you were to deal with another man, all those emotions, man can go have sex with a woman, not even remember what she looked like, don't even think twice about it. It's just different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand, and I admit that.
Yeah,
that's okay though. You don't need to understand it. Look, we don't understand the way y'all be thinking. But we just deal with it. You know what I'm saying? We just understand that that's how women are. Like you said right now, like all the crazy emotions, all the drama that y'all be doing, slide down the wall, doing all the extras. We don't understand that shit.
I feel like,
you know what I'm saying?
As a man, when a man spend time with you, when he come to the house, when he care about your problems, that mean he care.
Yeah.
That's somebody he care about. When he just have sex with, it's nothing.
It's nothing. It's nothing. And I feel like if women can really get to the point where they can understand that, then they can like be with a man like that is higher up. But it's like you can't have both.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's just not, you know?
So when your coach told you that, what did you think?
I was surprised because I valued very much what she said. I thought she was just this godly person. I'm just like, you really accepting it? Like, I don't know. I'm real militant. I'm real.
And you said she's super successful.
Yes. And I'm just like, really?
And she kept it real with you.
But she's not the first person who I heard say that. And
you see what I'm saying?
Multiple older women have just told you, like, all men cheat. And she said, as long as he take care of you, as long as he working for you, that means he's showing you he loves you, right?
Yeah, working. And what's so crazy? My grandmother,
yeah.
The only person who I know who they was married for like 65 years, and she broke it down to me like, damn, I can't believe I'm saying this. She said that as long as my grandfather took care of the house, bills paid, she told him she don't care what went on, don't never let nobody come knock at her door. And she said they never did. And
they was married for 65 years because she had that understanding. Don't you find it selfish that women will break up a good home with a man that's providing, taking care of the kids, taking care of her, all because he cheated?
I'm going to be completely honest. Okay, my guy had told me to read the book, Don't Believe Everything You Think, and he's been trying to like teach me how you guys think or whatever. Tell my pH balance that. I'm being completely honest. Like,
I hear you. But that's why I emphasized earlier, a man with sexual discipline and respect for himself is vital in that situation.
Yeah.
If a nigga is just out here knocking down anything, he's just completely controlled by his sexual desires, that's different. Now you got something to be worried about.
Right.
But if you can trust in your man that not any bitch could just get in your space, but then I feel like it'd be a lot easier. And I'm speaking this from experience because recently I didn't start seeing the results that I see from a woman now until I gained that level of sexual discipline and respect. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I feel like in the past, and rightfully so, women they couldn't trust
Because how you caught her.
Because exactly. Do you know what I'm saying? So, you know, but now they do because they see how I am every single day.
Right.
You know? Most niggas is just talking. Oh, yeah, baby, I'm finna do this, I'm finna do that. But you know, you see in their actions, there's something in your mind that's telling you, oh, man, I can't trust this nigga. And it's for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I get that. And you're right. You know what I'm saying? I you know, the pH balance, yeah, that's just nasty. You shouldn't just be sitting here exchanging your sexual energy and your spiritual. You shouldn't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? But if you can find a man who can, you don't feel like that's something you could wrap your mind around?
It's not there yet.
No, it's
We
all
gotta
right.
do some work.
Let me ask you a question. 50-50. I was asking Smitty that, and you was looking. You kind of said it before.
Yeah.
But you would be willing to go 50-50 with a man if he was working and trying to do something.
No, I said I would go 50-50. He's taking 100%, and maybe he had one down month, and he like, baby, I just need it. You know, this month something happened, take it over. I'm like, I'll take 100% of it. It's nothing about that. I don't think I would go 50-50 though. I'm gonna be completely honest. But it's not just that I can't. I just think that I'm going to be dating somebody who has it where bills is not even a thought in their mind.
But what if it's not about the bills? It's just about the principle. He want to make sure that you really for him and not just using him. Because when you paying for somebody's whole bills in their life, that's self-preservation. You go to a job that you don't like with a boss that you hate because you're getting paid. So as soon as you start paying for a woman's lifestyle, she might not even like you, but she gonna stay with you because you're doing that. Maybe he just want to vet out and make sure you're there for him.
I'm just gonna say no just because I'm just a genuine person and people feel my energy. They know I'm around for the right reasons. Like, you don't gotta test me through no money. Like,
So how does he test you?
I mean, we gonna be around each other. We gonna get to know each other.
But you don't want a money test. Test me, just don't test me.
Right.
But me paying bills mean what?
I just told you, it means a lot. Because you would have to really like that man, see value in that man, see a great future with that man, and say, okay, this is nothing, right? If you're not willing to do that, maybe you don't see him in such high value.
I mean, I do, but I don't. If that's the test you want to give, I mean, give me the test. I could pay some bills. What else? Give me a harder test.
Harder
Okay.
test? What's a harder test?
Yeah, what's a harder
What
test
is
for
it?
you?
Because that's not nothing. I could pay some bills, and I could still hate your ass and pay bills. Like, I just don't think that's how you could vet my heart, or if you in on it. And it's so crazy. I've heard a guy say, like, for you to get to this position, I gotta put you through the test, and you done made the test. Like, I just show my genuineness. Like, every day I'm a giver. Like, I'm that safe and peaceful space for my guy.
I see for you, I see your personality. I can see how a man could not have to test you, but for the average woman, you don't feel like that's a good test for a man to know that a woman is not just using
Yeah,
him?
that he can.
Yeah, because I think you might be an anomaly in this situation.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what
I'm like the
I think-
1%.
You are. You know what it is? A lot of entrepreneurial women think differently. They have the same type of answers you have. It's always the low-level women who don't got the right answer.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, and you even said it earlier, like, if a woman got a problem with, like, let's do a coffee date, baby, you don't gotta like that. You know what I'm saying? You're broke. You're looking for a free meal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I feel like that reflects the way that they act in, like, other things like paying. Because I remember earlier you said, oh, you know, you trick on a nigga that you really
was here.
yeah, I heard that. You know what I'm saying? You trick on a nigga that you really fuck with, right? So what is the difference? First, let me ask you this. What's the level of tricking that? What's the most you've done for a man monetarily?
Oh, I would not say that.
Why not?
Me and God only knows.
Give me you don't say the most, but give me an
It was
example.
just like a big investment. Yeah, it was something that cost a lot. That was a very big investment for an asset for him to make more money.
Oh, I love that.
That's great.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that shit, nigga. Okay.
It wasn't nothing small neither.
Right. Okay.
Because you really like that man.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that for a man you didn't like.
No.
That's why you got to get a woman who likes you.
That's man.
So let's
tell niggas,
let's talk
man.
about what we were talking about earlier. We got a saying, right? Like who likes you.
Okay.
Right? And you were saying, oh, do you got to pick an ugly woman? What do you feel about a man choosing a woman who likes him, not necessarily the baddest woman?
I feel like y'all don't pick women who like y'all. Like, y'all go after the women. It's like the hunt for y'all. Like, y'all go after the girls who don't like y'all.
Most men do.
And I've seen it firsthand. And me being the person who likes somebody, and y'all see how quality I am, and it's just like, what is not clicking, Steven? Are you okay?
Yeah.
I don't know what it be, but I do think men should go after who like them, because we're gonna make your life way more better.
Way better, exactly. Yeah, and you say you don't know what it is, right? I'll tell you what it is. It's niggas. It's self-hate. These niggas is looking for external validation in women that don't actually like them because they don't have self-respect for themselves. Let me ask you this. Like, if any dusty ass nigga wanted to come and fuck with you, right? And he's like, yo, baby, I'm trying to knock down. You're not gonna let him, right? Because you have respect for yourself. You know who you are, what value you bring, monetarily, spiritually, physically, financially. You know that, right? But that's because you built that respect for yourself. So what the fuck I look like as a man if I truly feel the way you feel about yourself, letting some dusty bitch come up in here and fuck me? You know what I'm saying?
That's what y'all be doing.
But that's what most niggas be doing. That's my point is that like, and I'm gonna keep. I'm just trying to, because you say you don't understand. I'm trying to give you a different perspective. Okay. Now imagine you have a man who does have that level of discipline. Okay. Who does not just give himself to every single bitch that's walking like that. You know what I'm saying? And he's also got the money, the status, you know what I'm saying? He's in shape, all this shit, okay? And he's also got that sexual discipline. You don't think that in that situation, if you can hypothetically just try to put your emotions to the side right now, you don't think that you feel like you could deal with that?
I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
I look at it like this. Do you feel like you really have a choice?
That's the problem. That's the problem right there. And I don't know. I be fighting a losing battle. It be feeling like. Yeah. But I can't never really get my head around it. When I tell y'all, I'm so.
Even though your grandmother told you.
Yes, but I'm a detective.
Your business coach, successful woman told you. You still can't get around it.
Because you just said that you don't mess with dusty girls. The same person who will go right to the club and mess with a bottle girl.
Yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying. Those niggas just be talking. I get it. Most women, they just hear niggas just be talking.
And we know dudes. And we know what they be talking about.
Yeah, niggas just be talking, okay? But I'm saying you're seeing this man, not from his words. You're seeing his actions every day. You're spending time and being
from
with this
how
nigga.
He caught you.
From
how he wasn't trying to have sex the first night.
You know what I'm saying? You see how when other girls, let's say you know what I'm saying, y'all go to a couple of y'all parties, a couple of networking events, whatever, and you see girls come with him talking to him, and you see how he interacts with them, and you see how he's not thirsty, and you see how like when the moment they start saying some shit that he don't like, he dismiss him, he come back to you. You see that so many times. You see how when he wakes up, he's very disciplined, and like he's very focused. He eats the right food. He goes to the gym. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He doesn't do drugs. He doesn't do all. Do you really think that man has time to be knocking down dusty bitches?
No.
That's what I'm saying. So if that man every now and then wanted to knock some shit down, you don't feel like, and he's giving you all of his time, you can't get around.
The answer I want to say, I'm not going to say on camera.
Okay, I see. She coming around. Yeah, she coming around. You know what I'm saying? She coming around.
I wouldn't agree with exactly what you said, but it's like, I ain't gonna say it on camera. I'll tell y'all when we get out.
She coming around.
She coming around. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, we spreading that good gospel right here, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but what do you have any questions for us? Because you said you've seen his content. I don't know if you've ever seen mine, but
no.
Like, okay, what I want to know? Do you have any questions for us?
Why do it take men so long to come around? And why do you think that? I asked the question. I don't think you answered. Okay, let me ask you then. At what age do you think men come into manhood?
Damn near 40, 35, 40.
That's what everybody said. Why do it take that long? Like, what is it? Do you guys just not know? Do it not click yet? What is it?
I feel like because we got a longer runway.
Yeah.
Right? A woman matures faster because, a man got a longer runway. I could be 40 years old and I could get a 20-year-old woman. Mm-hmm. So therefore, I got a lot more time to play around. A woman ain't got time to play around because her looks is at a decline. So therefore, y'all mature faster. Y'all got to figure out what y'all want faster. Me, I can wait till I'm 40 and live my best life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And also, most women get shit handed to them because they're beautiful. Mm-hmm. Most women get, and even if they're not beautiful, most women get handed shit to them because they have a pussy. Mm-hmm. Men do not get that. Mm-hmm. You have to become valuable in every other category for you to start seeing the success or the attention that y'all get from the get-go. You know what I'm saying? And that takes a long time. That takes like studying, sacrifice, betrayal, backstabbing, long nights, crying, you know what I'm saying? Like just losing all this money, getting it back, you know what I'm saying? Building, losing it, you know what I'm saying? All this crazy shit that niggas got to go through, you know what I'm saying? To get to that level, that like it takes a long time, and I don't feel like women really understand that, and that's why we was talking about dating a woman who is an entrepreneur is the best thing because she understands how hard it is to get that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Don't you feel it kind of unfair that a man will go through everything he just said, work hard to get to where he's at, and then get with a woman who did no sacrificing and tell him he can and can't do something. The point to get money is what? For freedom, right? So a man works all of his life to finally get in a position where he can do what he want, when he want, how he want. Then he'll get a woman that says, no, you can't do that. And she didn't sacrifice with him.
Yeah, it's a little crazy, but
Yeah.
so what do you say? Okay, let's just say hypothetically, you guys meet a woman, high value woman or whatever, but y'all not 40 yet. You ain't clicked yet. So is she supposed to wait for you, or
Wait in what way?
like, okay, you haven't reached that maturity, like for marriage and things like that. That comes like 40 or whatever. So you have a high value woman in your face right now who is younger. She like, okay, let's do this. So, but you don't want a relationship right now. So do you?
Who said I don't want a relationship
Who
right
said I
now?
don't want a relationship?
But y'all be wanting to be outside. I ain't heard relationship this whole podcast.
You're not understanding,
Yeah,
baby.
you're not
Listen, you're not understanding what we were saying, baby. You skipping over the sexual discipline part.
I'm like, dude, I'm out.
Because but you know what? I get it though. Because most niggas just be fucking talking.
Mm-hmm.
Most women's reality is they dealing with a bunch of capping ass, lying ass niggas, and I get it. So it's like it's when a nigga come along and he actually has his shit together, it's kind of like a mind fuck for y'all, which I totally understand, you know. But that's why I was trying to tell you, like, the reason why I feel like you have a hard time understanding the concept is because you know most niggas be lying. You know what I'm saying? But imagine in a hypothetical world right now. Where you do have that, a man who is disciplined and he's got everything. You know, you just, like you said, you're not gonna say it on camera, but you know, you ain't really got no choice. Cause that's a powerful nigga. That's a cold nigga.
Yeah, no,
that's
I
a
don't have
cold ass nigga to have the money, the body, the mind. You know what I'm saying? The spirit, the fucking drive, the focus, the game, the intelligence,
And
the
what you
emotional
saying
intelligence.
is you would miss out on that man because he's gonna do what even a lesser man is gonna do anyway.
Ooh, that's some.
this little handshake. It's an interesting topic. Ooh, it's an interesting topic. I don't know how to wrap my head around it. Like, my crash out is bad. Like, it's real bad.
Yeah.
And y'all know cancers are the nicest
Oh,
one.
yeah.
My best friend calls me Little Timmy because she said I'm so nice, but I'm the little kid who gonna shoot up the school.
Damn, you a Cancer?
I'm a 7-Eleven.
I'm a Cancer too.
So yeah, I just think emotional intelligence is something I got to build within myself because I'm very one-sided.
Yeah.
But as dating up, I have seen like, yeah, it comes with a lot.
Yeah, you know. So I totally understand the paradox and like the mindset shift. I totally get it, but I feel like if you keep upgrading, and you obviously are a very valuable woman, like I could see just in your spirit, the way you know what I'm saying, take care of yourself, like the way you speak, you know what I'm saying, like obviously the things that you have on the external, like the businesses you build, whatever, all those things, it's a very obvious. Now I feel like if you can just keep elevating your mind too, okay, then that man that you do want is gonna walk in.
So would you rather have a man lie to you?
No.
So you rather him keep it real?
Would I rather him lie?
Would you rather? Yeah, no, this is real. A lot of women would rather a man just lie. A woman say, "Oh, I want a man to be real. Just tell me." But most women would rather just him lie. Would you rather just have a man
my
lie?
grandma didn't say don't lie. She said don't have your mess come to my door. So no, don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
Right.
Like, just don't lie to me.
So I think what your grandma, correct me if I'm wrong, I think what she was trying to say was he keep it real from the get-go, but he don't also let you know every single little instance.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much what it is. Don't bring no shit back that's gonna be fucking me up, making me look stupid. You know what I'm saying? Any diseases, any nasty shit. Don't bring none of that shit. Don't bring no crazy bitches. Don't get no bitches pregnant. Don't do none of that. I think that's what she was referring to. And I think that can look.
I'm gonna kill somebody though. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you know. So I don't know. It's just the whole. It's just funny, man. Because like a lot of women, like they say they want that man. A man got to make this much. He got to do it. He got to do that. But baby, you're not willing to deal with what comes with that.
Yeah, it comes with a lot. And I'm not willing to date down.
Exactly.
Well,
That's a non-negotiable for me. It's so crazy. I met this woman, very high value woman, and she was saying like how she dated down, but she was so happy. Like her house was it was a home. He's great with the family and a house, and she was genuinely happy, married. And I'm just like,
When you say day down, what do you mean financially?
yeah, just, yeah.
So you in a high position, very small percentage. So you are gonna just completely exclude an entire demographic of men that might be your soulmate just because he doesn't make as much as you?
No, absolutely not. It's so crazy. I feel like I just said this, the guy that I feel like that most had me mentally, we were younger, so we ain't had none of this going on. But yeah, he didn't have like.
And that was your best relationship?
It wasn't a relationship. I was talking to him, but
for 16 years?
Right. No, I'm talking about somebody else.
Oh, like, damn, that's a long talking stage, right?
No, but like mentally. Never mind.
No, go ahead.
Yeah,
mentally.
go ahead.
Mentally, it was there, but it wasn't. He wasn't on that caliber, like having money and stuff. So
you
money
probably
doesn't matter.
So if it doesn't matter, why don't you want to date down? Because I feel like most women want to be loved, right?
Yeah.
So if that's the key to happiness in life, then why does it matter how much he makes?
It matters to me because I want to live a certain caliber of life, and I give it to myself. So I wouldn't expect nothing but for my spouse to have that drive and that ambition. If you don't got it, I'm gonna teach you. Let's learn it. That's the problem I had in my last relationship. He wouldn't listen to me.
Yeah.
Like put me in a position to help you. Like I got the mindset.
Yeah.
So you would date down as long as he's gonna let you teach him to build him up.
Maybe.
Y'all hear that? Get in her DMs.
No, I'm not. Don't be bad. I'm gonna block you. I'm very okay with him.
Let me ask you a question, right? We always talk about it. Some women feel like a man isn't a man if he can't financially provide for his woman. You feel like that?
Yes.
Yeah. So what makes a man a man? His money?
No, it's more than his money. For me, it's his protection. It's his leadership. Like, that's the biggest thing for me because I'm, like, real stubborn, and you can't tell me just anything up out the sky. If you can't lead yourself, you can't lead me.
Right.
And I think that is one of the biggest things that made me this big mogul and powerhouse is that I had nobody to lead me. Not only did I feel like the person in my relationship for my whole childhood and adulthood couldn't lead himself, so I wouldn't allow him to lead me, but I don't have the father and manly figures in my life. So that leadership is like number one. You got to be able to make me shut up.
Yeah.
That's my number one.
Now,
Like,
and a man can't do that if you don't got no money.
I'm not saying you got to have the mindset. No, you could do that if you don't have the most successful right now, but the mindset got to be there. Like I was in a situation where a person had a whole bunch of money, however how he got it, he didn't have the mindset to flip it, invest it, make it work hard for him. Like money just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like how you making it seem now.
Nah. So a man's money don't make him a man.
It's a part of the pie. It's like an apple pie. We got pieces.
Okay, so what's the percentage? What's the percentage of the money matter?
About 40%.
40%.
It's a big piece.
Yeah.
But I think leadership, protection, like masculinity, like all that makes.
I think the money is a byproduct of all those characteristics. That's what earlier when he was talking about, like, if you got a broke man who doesn't have that, it's like, I just don't think that those two can coexist. At some point, that man, if he's really that, he's gonna be successful.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So let's say you're on the come up. Mm-hmm. Okay, like you're like, let's say like you're not as successful as you are right now, but you see a man who has those leadership qualities, but he doesn't yet have the external things yet. But you can see that if he keeps going and he just needs some support from a woman, would you
Absolutely.
deal with? Okay.
Absolutely.
I like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've been in like a space where like I have seen people who just so smart and they just probably like, example, invest their money into real estate. But you know, real estate is like asset heavy, but liquid cash poor.
Yeah.
And you got to wait till what's name. But your portfolio, you this many million up, like the mindset is there. You grinding like, I'm going to stand by that.
Yeah, I love that.
I like
love that.
I
Do
like
you
that.
feel like that you being as successful as you are as a woman, you understand how hard it is as an entrepreneur to get to the levels that we're at?
Yeah.
Do you feel like as a woman, because I feel like it's a very masculine thing to be an entrepreneur and be a leader and so do you feel like sometimes it's hard for you to be submissive to men because you're so used to being in that leadership role?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. And I think I intimidate a lot of men, but the core of my heart want is just to be soft, just to like come home, I cook, let me do your laundry, but I won't allow myself to be like that unless it's a man who makes me soft. To you guys, how do you make a woman soft?
A woman is just naturally soft.
I'm not making a woman soft.
Me.
You know, I'm not gonna force. You can't force someone to be soft. You know, it's either she sees the value in you, and then she's automatically just soft because of that, or she's just not a match.
Or maybe I've kind of.
Do you believe that a man can force you to be soft?
No, I know it's not forced, but like create that safety, create that. I gotta the leadership. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. So if a man focuses on just himself, and which is leadership. If he focuses on himself and he builds himself up, don't you think that a byproduct of that is a woman is automatically going to be soft and feminine?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
I don't think so. I feel like some women are just not going to be soft regardless.
Yeah, that's my point. That she's just not a match, though.
Don't you find it kind of, for a man got to be, however you say, for you to be soft, would that mean you're just not soft? Because would I have to say, well, the only way I could be a strong man is if my woman is soft? Her being here does not reflect who I am. My character is I'm a strong man. Wouldn't you say as a woman, you're either soft or you're not?
No, because everybody goes through real life things, and we have not all, but I have been through traumas where I have put up this hard gate around, and I don't become soft because I have been around people. If I let that gate down, you will lead me down the journey.
Right.
So I got to be that masculine. I got to be that strong person. I got to be that leader. But I do want to be soft, but I just maybe don't know how to let my guard down. I don't know.
See, so that's a you thing,
That's
though,
a me
baby.
problem.
Yeah.
We're all human, though. Everybody
No,
got
of course,
some.
yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not a knock on you. I'm just saying it's like, you know, but I feel like also too though, right? I don't think you've ran into the man that would just automatically make you feel that way though. Because I could never, when I was trying to make a woman understand my value, it always backfired. But the moment I started to just focus on me and dedicate my life to my work and and the God inside me and focus on my leadership, my mindset, my emotional intelligence, you know what I'm saying, my everything, just build me up. Everything else was just a byproduct. I didn't have to force this woman to understand how valuable I am. I didn't have to tell her I don't have to tell my girl to cook and clean and, you know, buy stuff for me and, you know what I'm saying, and help me out, speak life into me. I don't have to tell her to do those things.
You know
what
what
I'm saying?
it is? It's because you like her and she like you. I feel like you would be soft for a man that you like, but you so worried about trying to date up, you're not even looking for who you like. I feel like any dude that if you find a dude that you like, regardless of his financial position, I feel like you're going to be soft.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But you cutting out 99% of men because you want to date up.
Yeah.
Well, I found my person who have made me soft. I was speaking.
Oh,
hypothetically.
okay, I like
Okay.
that. Okay. How's that going for you?
It's going great for
Yeah?
me. It's good.
Yeah.
We can get into some topics in some conversation, but I do become very soft and
Yeah. Okay. How long have y'all been dating, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, like a year and a half.
A year and a half? Okay,
Yeah.
that's dope. That's dope. And do you feel like the qualities that you're looking for in a man, you see that in him?
Yeah, so I feel like the old me used to be trying to pull everybody up, like, let me teach you something, let me help you. I'm dating up and getting around people who like, nah, Whitney, you step back, let me help you, do X, Y, and Z, move this around, do this, do that. Why you ain't do what I told you to do? Blah, blah, blah. Now you running into that problem. It's working.
Yeah, okay, I like that. Do you, in the situation you're in right now, would you consider that dating up?
Yes.
Okay, I like that.
All right. Look, all right, we going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Ask us a couple questions.
Okay, so when you think of a high value woman, how do you want your woman to show up for you most? In what aspect?
And how she talk to me, and how she show affection to me, in her soul, and how she show up for my son. You know, how she treat my family. It's none of the tangible things. It's all the intangibles. That's what I value most. Like, you're an entrepreneur. Once you start getting some money is not as important. It's those intangible things that's more valuable because you can't just go buy those. So it's really her personality and her soul what I value most in a high value woman in my eyes.
Right. And she gotta like me a lot.
Number one,
She gotta like me a lot.
Gotta be on me all the time.
And he put me under this game. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm talking about this,
Gotta be
this came from
affectionate.
him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all those things he mentioned automatically aligns when she really likes you. Like you said, most niggas is fucking with bitches that don't really like them, and that's why they're not seeing those benefits. You know, but if you focus on a woman who really like, she sees you like Chris Brown, nigga, come on. You know
What do
saying?
you think a high value woman is?
I feel like a high value woman is somebody who's just whole within herself. Somebody who just bring whatever to the table that the table needs. She's able to bring that peace, that spirit, the spiritual aspect of it. She's just confident and whole. Like, I really don't have the word.
If my woman prays for me, that's a plus.
Oh man, they're homies. You know what I'm saying? I like that. Okay, so you don't feel like, because I'm not dealing with no woman that's bringing any type of negativity or being argumentative, combative. I'm causing problems. Like, even for a second, a lot of women think that, oh no, it's normal in relationships to cause. Not in mine. I'm not dealing with that shit. So do you feel like that it's normal for women to just, we're women. We can bring negativity. We just gotta deal with it. You just gotta.
No.
I'm on my period, so you gotta just deal with it.
No, I don't like snooty. I don't like that. Grow up, get mature.
Thank you.
Damn, homies, nigga.
Yeah,
I love that.
I hate people like, I'm just like that. No, you're just not gonna be around me.
Hey,
Okay, I got another question.
Y'all heard it from a woman,
What's
man.
one huge misconception that women have about men?
What's one huge misconception that women have about men?
Yeah, I feel like a big one y'all said was...
Yeah, that a man could really have sex with a woman and mean absolutely nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest one.
Absolutely nothing.
You know? Yeah, for sure. Women think that, like, we value it more than what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get fucked up. There's a lot of thirsty ass niggas out there that do way too much for it. But I'm saying, like, when you're a man that's in that position, it really means nothing. You just want to try something different.
Even dudes that's thirsty don't value.
They don't
like
until
that.
once they knock down.
That same thirsty dude got a woman who he really loved.
Yeah. No, for sure. It really means nothing. It means absolutely nothing.
So it's a thin line between just being out here cheating and a guy having sexual discipline and maybe want to dibble and dabble out there. One is respectful, one is not.
Yes. Yeah.
Y'all like the twins talking about, hell no. He like, do y'all love handshakes?
For sure. All right, man. Well, did you have any more questions before we wrap this up? All right, man. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to, where can they find you at?
So you guys can follow me on all social medias at Bossy Wit. Make sure y'all are on my right verified page and come talk to me.
Yes, sir. I love it. All right, man. That's it for today, man. Young Goldie, you got anything else to say before we wrap up, man?
It was a great episode.
All right, for sure, man. That's it for tonight, man. Make sure you guys go follow her. Links in the description, all that shit. We'll see you guys next time.